So, we are back for our first Tomb of Annihilation session of the new year. It's been a minute, so super abridged version. After embarking from Port Nyanzaru for the second time, the group eventually made their way down the River Ocean Star to Camp Vengeance, where their guide was held hostage as they were more or less blackmailed into exploring some territory for the Order of the Gauntlet. They actually thought about not doing it and just striking out to the west, but then they decided to double back and explore. They did that. They found a guide that may or may not work out long term, but he's with them for the time being. A tabaxi hunter
I love him.
who goes by the name Ice. And they also ran into the target of the individual who had killed Scorn's old friend, Treehugger. Artist Simber, accompanied by a Sorial companion by the name of Dragonbait. Interesting thing about Sorials, as you found out, is they don't exactly communicate the way you'd expect. They communicate with smell. And so you've been traveling with Dragonbait now for the better part of a week. And maybe you're beginning to get the hang of what he's trying to say when he exudes these different smells as you're trekking through the jungle. But so after a quick, attempt at exploring and eventually getting lost, you decided enough was enough and began to make your way back toward Camp Vengeance to report on all of the sprawling jungle terrain that you definitely explored and did not go around in circles a couple times instead of that.
Right.
You have a forged map.
It's only a slightly forged,
Partial.
partial.
Yeah, you have a partially forged map. And the intent, from what I gathered, is to present that to Commander Breakbone and hope for the best.
Kill him.
And maybe kill him if your name is Fib.
He's on my kill list.
She's like, I don't make the rules, okay? Like...
Hey, look, he's on the list. If it, I see,
I don't
do.
make the list.
Fine.
Oh wait.
All right. So, in the more recent history of our little trip here, you guys managed to avoid conflict with a band of cannibals that you saw kind of near one of the branches of the Ocean Star. And you worked your way around them to the point where you're able to travel safely for the rest of the day. And so the next day is where we pick things up. You're about a day and a half outside of Camp Vengeance, assuming all the navigation and travel goes well. And, I suppose we will start this day as we've started so many others. With
breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast. And, me just checking to see... Oh, it's extremely warm and rainy. So it's hot.
Warm.
Yeah, it's like hot, sticky, steamy kind of day.
I take my... No, I gotta block the sun out. Is the sun shining?
At times, but it's just heat.
I'll take my wrap off my hand. It's too hot.
Okay, and wow, it's been a while. What is Scorn's bonus that I'm going to apply to this survival check?
5, I think.
Plus 5. Yeah.
5? Yeah, okay. All right.
I know we were max with advantage, so.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you you kind of reach a point where you have followed this little tributary to the Soshin Star, and you reach the river itself. And 3-4 hours into the travel day, you find a spot that seems pretty viable to cross. The river narrows a bit. The waters don't seem to be moving quite as quickly. And so as you are making your arrangements to cross the river, you hear a distant like shrieking sound kind of ring out over the top of the jungle. And then you hear the flapping of wings. Rather large wings. Growing.
Oh crap, what do? We can't climb a tree.
Oh no! The go-to strategy.
I climb a tree.
Don't know what else to do.
Climb a tree
We're
to
in
get
the
closer
river?
to the thing.
No, but
Wait,
it's
so you're-
flying, so what are we gonna, like...
Yeah,
Oh.
you're on one side of the river, about to make your about to get situated to cross when you hear this.
I mean,
Can
is
we
it
go under the tree?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of preparing for death, I
I
guess.
I hide in a bush.
Okay. Anybody who is hiding in any manner, really, go ahead and make stealth checks. Sure.
Okay.
12 is not bad at all.
Yeah,
Well,
for disadvantage and a negative
that.
too.
Echo, why do you have a
Hey, I have better stealth than you right now.
That is fair.
I'm terrible.
We're not very good at the stealth.
Okay, so I think we see this this frantic shaky cam scene of this sound ringing out across the jungle, and then everybody's eyes go wide. You dart for the closest cover. Thorv kind of his foot gets stuck in the mud at the side of the river, and so he kind of goes to take a step, and his foot won't move from that spot. And so he's kind of left to just throw his weight off to one side as best he can to try and find whatever cover is possible. Maybe ducking behind a couple smallish rocks, not really doing a whole lot to provide cover from especially an airborne threat. But you hear the
Can
flapping.
I cast minor illusion on to hide him?
Sure. What kind of illusion?
I'll make it seem like he's just a bunch of rocks with that other rock.
Okay. Okay, and
So that
let's
he's
see.
hit-
Go ahead.
I was just saying.
Seems pretty well hidden. Okay. Cool. So, you hear the flapping get closer and closer. And you hear this roar again. But then you also hear a scream. Just this crazy, almost tribal sounding yell that seems to just kind of float above the roaring sound of whatever this thing is. And as whatever this is swoops closer and eventually flies over the top of the river in a blur of red, you see something fall from this red shape, just barely missing the top of the trees and eventually splashing down into the river, leaving a trail of blackish smoke behind it as it falls.
I'm gonna send
The red-
Stratos to investigate.
Okay.
Did I see what fell?
If anybody wants to make a, we'll say, perception check, just to kind of pick out whatever details you can from the situation, now would be the time.
I did not
So yeah, you did not. Um,
I did not.
okay. So Fib, couple things. First of all, that red thing, you're pretty sure that was a dragon. Not
A full-size dragon?
not a full-grown one. Probably on the younger side. But yeah, red scales, big flappy wings, smoke trailing from the thing that fell from it, which you noticed was a figure similar in shape and size to your current guide. And as you are kind of like piecing that together in your head, the rest of the group can see the shape kind of come bobbing up from below the waves or below the rapids of the river. And yeah, it is a singed but now waterlogged, unconscious Tabaxi. So I think Lucius, having sent Stratos over to check it out, you can see that yeah, I mean there's definitely like patches of this Tabaxi's fur that have been just burned away. There's like exposed skin. And overall this Tabaxi looks clearly pretty beat up, but kind of just more ragged in general than Ice. You know, I mean, he's probably the most experience you have with a Tabaxi, and this one just looks a little more rough around the edges, maybe a little older.
All right.
And
He probably dead. Let's just go.
Well, as soon as I see that, I'll look over and say, Sirenny, you have the ability to control water, right?
Control?
Could you bring him in into land?
I can.
I mean, I start wading out into the water, trying to get to him.
No, there's
You just said let's leave it.
It was a
Yeah.
goof.
Anyways, I'm
Oh.
gonna. I can
Fib
freeze
was
the
ready.
water, so I'm gonna freeze the water in front of him so he stops going downstream, so we can grab.
okay. So
I
yeah,
guess.
the water freezes. Scorn is wading out. I think Ice actually is Ice, the character, not Ice, the Ice, is going to dart out, and he's gonna try and I guess like hop onto the ice that is forming to
Well, be careful.
yeah.
Slippery.
Yeah,
Don't tell
so
him what to do.
Well, alright.
he like leaps from the riverbank and he lands on the ice but then like kind of slides a bit and
See,
ends
I
up
told him.
yeah, ends up hanging from this frozen portion of the river, kind of reaching out with one hand while trying to maintain his tenuous grasp on this chunk of ice. He does manage to at least grab onto the figure, although it looks like his grasp is not going to hold on for much longer.
I will.
I wade faster.
I mean, I can freeze the water. Like, I mean, it. However, I can fix that.
Okay.
I
Okay.
fix that. I'm not sure how you have it situated, but I moved
Yeah.
what's frozen and what's not to stabilize.
Got it. Okay, so you form like a little barrier that kind of prevents the two Tabaxi from being swept downstream, and eventually Scorn makes his way out and secures them. Eventually, I mean, I would say you don't even need to make a check to haul them back to one
Plus
side
I
of the
have
river or
this.
another. Yeah.
So,
Yep. So I think we're okay there. I would, however, like Scorn to make a Constitution save.
alright. Yay.
All right. We'll deal with that later.
Fine.
Oh no. Wait, I have a meme for this. Don't
Oh,
actually
I think I
wait.
know the meme. I think I know exactly the meme that you're talking about. But anyway, all right. So you pull the two tabaxi back to shore, Ice kind of like panting and sputtering, the other one unconscious, unresponsive.
Is he alive? Can I will spare the dying.
Okay.
Does it work? Is he alive?
Yeah, best you can tell that this strange tabaxi is still alive. Ooh, hey, that's a different meme than I thought it would be. But
It's the best meme
That is
format.
perfect. Yeah, that is.
anyway, so yes, you think you have saved this tabaxi's life, at least for the moment.
Okay. Can I see if there's anything else wrong?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Now we have a
I
tabaxi.
can do that.
We have 2.
Yeah, but we don't like. The other one doesn't have any debt towards us. If anything, we're indebted to him.
That's true.
All right. Yeah, I mean, singed, bruised, scratched up in a few places.
Which
Um,
places?
Lots of places.
On his back, I bet.
Right. So as you finish making this check, this strange tabaxi just lying there on his back, his eyes like pop open. He like looks around slowly, and he sees Ice, and he like reaches out in his direction and says, "So you did not survive your trip out to the jungle. Seems you died a hero's death before even I could." Ice kind of like looks at him, and there's this moment of realization on his face. And he kind of like closes the distance, and he says, "I am afraid you have not found the heroic end you must have been seeking. You are still here in Chult." The other tabaxi's gaze just kind of sinks. Probably the most pronounced expression of disappointment that you have ever seen on someone's face is the emotion that you see. And he just sighs.
I bet Fib has seen someone more disappointed.
Possible.
What? Why?
It seems like something that you would have experience with.
What the hell?
All right.
Well, okay. Poor
It's-
Fib.
Fib's upset all the time, so I figured she would see upset people more often.
Fib grew up with gnomes. I don't think gnomes are always upset.
But
They
yeah,
were always disappointed in her, though.
exactly.
And yeah, so you watch this now like pretty clearly along in years tabaxi lie there and just mull things over. He says, "So the hunt continues. he begins to try and haul himself up, still bloodied and singed. Like grabs onto Ice's shoulder and begins to just pull himself up. And as concerned as Ice looks, he doesn't stop him.
Elizabeth, but you're really hurt. You need to rest.
He kind of stumbles for a moment, catches himself again on Ice, and says, "There is no time."
Well, if you're dead, there will be less time.
A noble death is what I seek.
Oh, why?
He just looks over at Ice, who nods back at him, and you watch this other tabaxi begin to walk toward the tree line back toward the south.
I lean close to Scorn and I'm like, well, I guess disregard the thing about the life debt.
If I get leeches from River because of that, I'd be very angry. Thought he would help us.
Well, you'll have learned a lesson then, won't you?
I'm looking at Ice.
No.
Ice. Why?
He like looks at you and looks at the ragged old tabaxi making his way back down into the jungle. Says, "It is the way of our people. When we reach a certain age, we are expected to leave this world gracefully, honorably."
Before you go, me and Sireni, we save you. We give you this chance to leave honorably. So you give us something back. You tell us information or point us towards our goals, maybe. Otherwise, you not have this chance for honorable death. You would have drowned in the river.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh God. Oh, phew.
Okay. His eyes narrow for a second as though he's about to say something very harsh. Then see him kind of think better of it. He says, "I suppose it is fair. What do you seek?"
I did not think that far into my line of thought. I kind of look at the group and I'm like, anything we think we need to know, want to know?
Weaknesses for Camp Vengeance.
No, this bad weakness is clearly Camp Vengeance to just keep trying to do what it's doing.
What?
That camp is doomed. We don't need to do anything for those people to die.
Wait,
They won't last.
with Breakbone? I'll remember that.
So, as
I
a
was-
refresher on Camp Vengeance, there are puddles of standing water everywhere. People are dying from diseases transmitted by biting insects.
Yeah.
And
Then we
throat
gotta
ridges.
we gotta work fast.
Yeah, so Score is saying they're screwed anyway. Okay.
Yeah. If we
Um,
don't do something quick, then we won't be able to kill.
Oh yeah, that definitely priority. Maybe we could ask about Umbala. Maybe he knows something.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyone have Different idea, better idea. No? Okay, good.
Do you guys have any
I mean-
magical artifacts?
Oh, you used the question.
He says, many strange items out in the jungle. Some of them closer than you might expect.
I suddenly look behind me. Do I see one behind me?
You do not.
Damn,
Although
it's worth a try.
he says, the little green people talk about some sort of artifact up the river. Well, wait, scratch that. Down the river. At the old camp of these people I think you know.
Oh. Yes.
Oh,
In big statue.
Yes.
Damn.
we need to go back there.
What?
Yes. That giant statue that we were like, yeah, fuck this, and left. Apparently,
Oh,
there's something
there's
in
an artifact. Ooh,
Yeah.
I told you guys we should look in it.
I did too, and then you tried to fall down a hole.
I didn't
I
try.
feel like we all kind of knew there was something, but our characters were like, yeah, screw this.
Yeah, well, because, like, I mean, realistically, you find a big statue in the forest, you're not like, oh, this happened.
Yeah, I have to explore every nook. Yeah, you're just,
Like,
okay,
you.
this thing's trying to
if
kill
you-
me.
Yeah, it's dangerous and it like, hurts you while I'm
Yeah.
not sticking around.
Right. But I guess now we know we could get something out of there. So.
Well, we will get something out of there.
Oh. Okay. Well, thank you, Flaming Kitty.
Is that his name?
He
It is
says
now. What'd you say?
they
Aaron?
called me bag of nails.
I like
Uh,
Flaming Kitty better.
No, she does. She just tries not. What's a self-restraint check?
Wisdom?
Charisma.
Well,
Let's say con.
Stealth.
I was
Sleight of
gonna
hand?
say con.
Sleight of hand.
I'm gonna
Okay.
do a stealth. Oh,
Alright,
yeah.
you're good.
He didn't notice.
Total poker face.
I mean, it's whatever. Either way, the natural on that was what, a 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what? What was the 17?
The natural roll.
Oh.
He's saying like, yeah, the
Got
17 was.
you.
Yeah, like no
Yeah.
matter what check you made, you probably would have done all right.
Yeah.
So, okay. And with that, he just turns and limps out into the woods. They're catching himself now and then on the trees as he. Sure,
Wait,
he's
bag
out
of
to do.
nails. They're cannibals that way. Maybe go a
I think
different
that's the
way.
point.
Oh yeah, I mean maybe you want to go kill cannibals. I don't know. Have
That would
enjoy
be-
rest of life. See,
Alright.
I almost used the spell slot trying to heal him. Good thing I didn't waste that. Alright, let's go.
Wow!
Well, if he's just going to die, why would I?
Yeah. If anything, that would hinder him.
Right. Yeah,
Did he?
instead just got-
He fell off of a dragon?
or
Maybe.
out of one? Did he get pooped
So,
out
like-
first?
Yeah, probably he did get pooped on. So, like,
Yeah, he got pooped out.
I'm just saying, like, if he had a little less hit points and he was fighting a dragon, maybe he would have died and he would have been happy.
Oh.
So it's good that you didn't heal him.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
you can go. There's cannibals that way, so you can go fight the cannibals.
Okay, Ice, you okay? Good, let's go then.
Yeah, Ice is. I mean, he's not exactly the boisterous type, but he's even more quiet than he normally is.
Whatever.
As long as he's focused, you know.
Yeah. Wow,
Okay.
you're so mean.
I know it's so weird for me to play such an asshole. Like, but I am enjoying it.
All right. So
Here's a book worth $116,000.
Why? Why do you do this? Why?
Sorry. Okay, never mind.
anyway, you continue your travels for the day, and the rest of the day goes by uneventfully, although it is hot and sticky and wet.
Mm,
But you are across the river now,
hooray.
and very, very close to your return to Camp Vengeance.
Can we spend while we're traveling? But can we spend some time talking about our plans for returning?
Yeah, of course. If you guys want to go ahead and RP that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I make sure that Scorn doesn't have throat leeches? I mean, his throat didn't go near the water, so I'm not sure how he would get them. But I don't know much about them, so.
Well, make a medicine check.
I was warned specifically about throat leeches. 21.
Okay. So, you kind of like, just pull him aside real quick and say, I guess, play it out. How does this happen?
Are you okay from being in the water?
Oh,
If
I guess I didn't check. Maybe there's some kind of there are leeches in water, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really think to check. I'm fooled for this, but maybe we should do. Shut up! You're on the other side of the group.
Wow.
She pulled me aside.
Whatever.
Alright.
Fib just flips you off for some reason.
Okay, but yeah, maybe I should check for leeches, and I don't know what kind of. I never think about what kind of like clothes my character's wearing. It's usually just their armor that I'm thinking about, but I assume it's like pants-ish, like hide and leather, you know.
Probably reasonable.
And he actually has like those pants that you can detach the shorts or like the lower leg. But it's not like a zipper, obviously. It's just like these little latches. So he like undoes those and says, "I invent this myself. Pretty clever for summer." I don't know why I've been walking around with them on this whole time when I could have had the short version. But anyway, so he takes them off and starts looking around for leeches and junk.
Okay.
Are you hoping to mock me?
Yeah, Fib sees you take your pants off and just starts laughing. Then she
All right.
she like elbows Thorm and she's like, "Did you see this?"
Mm-hmm. And Scorn says to Cyrene quietly, like, now you understand why Scorn liked to keep to himself. I think these things cool, but other people think they stupid. They're very utility.
I think they're cool.
Oh, thank you.
I like them.
Wait, are you lying? Can I do that?
No. I like them.
Okay, thank you. You are kind, like Tree Hugger. I appreciate this.
Oh, Tree Hugger.
Tree Hugger
Yeah.
was really nice.
Yes.
Rip.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. So did she?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we're doing our medicine check at this point.
Okay, so yeah, I picture Scorn kind of like looking around, the mostly like exterior, making sure there isn't anything like latched onto his legs or arms, all that. But then Sirenny remembering, hey, throat leeches, probably check the throat. Um,
But
we
how would they have gotten there?
Yeah, I thought this was going in a different direction.
No, I was just I'm really confused because your throat was never near the water. But I mean,
But maybe
I
they
don't
like
know.
migrate there. Like
Yeah.
maybe they know to go to that.
So, upon the open wide say portion of the inspection,
Aw.
there are a couple of little black things that seem to have lodged in the back of Scorn's throat.
God damn
It's good you checked.
it. Yeah.
Can I I don't know, get out some tweezers and kind of try to pull them out?
Oh, this sounds fun. Okay, so let's see. I mean, you made a really good medicine check, so let's see what that gives you. So I mean, yeah, you diagnose them pretty easily.
There's definitely some black things in the back of your throat.
Son of a bitch.
We don't cuss in this game.
Son of a hamster. I have a crazy point. What were you planning on doing?
I was gonna get tweezers and pull them.
Okay. Because they are technically beasts, so maybe I can convince them to leave my throat. So, yeah, I think. Can I try that? If you don't have anything to actually pull them out physically.
I mean,
Oh, could I thunder wave them out?
yeah, I don't really have tweezers. I have a mess kit.
Use a fork.
Yeah, please don't stuff a fork.
I kind of want to see him try to convince them to come out.
Yeah,
It's
it's
I don't have
one of those.
tweezers.
It's so crazy. It just might work things. I mean, okay.
Do it.
All right, here we go. Because I have. Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that as a ritual.
Okay.
So I'm preparing to be able to speak to them, and then I'm gonna cast Animal Friendship, and I'll cast it at 2nd level, so that I can talk to both of them.
Okay.
So I'm assuming they're not more intelligent than 4.
How
So it just needs
many
to
are
make a wisdom saving throw.
You saw 2 back there. And let's see. Yeah, no, they're they're definitely not smarter than 4 intelligence.
So it should be a 13 check.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully they're not wise.
I suppose we'll see. All right. So I rolled the check.
Okay. Okay, I guess I start speaking to them. You leeches in my throat. I know you can hear me because you are where my sound comes out.
This is beautiful.
Do they say anything? I don't know how I would even hear
So you feel like it was imperceptible before, but now you definitely feel kind of an itching, just like an irritation in your throat a little bit.
Okay. I humbly request you leave my throat, and I will return you to your habitat. But you may harm me, and you wouldn't want to harm your good friend, would you?
The irritation intensifies.
Son of a... Alright, I think I'm just gonna burn another my second level spell to try to trap them again. I don't know what
Okay.
else to do.
I would.
Hmm?
I don't know. Would lesser restoration work? Is this a disease?
Hmm.
Did we ever like make an effort to find out how to fix that?
think we
I don't
just,
know
like-
that you did.
People were
No.
like, throat leeches are a thing, and our solution was, okay, we'll just never get throat leeches.
Yeah, that isn't the greatest plan. That's weird. Our group not coming up with good ones.
What
Can
is
I
plan?
can I stick Stratos in his
What is
mouth and have
plan?
Stratos just?
Oh, we can like check them out. Yeah.
Yeah, Stratos is a snake.
Oh, right.
Oh no!
I'm gonna have Stratos go in and get him.
Oh man, Stratos is huh?
Could what? How big of a snake is he? Because I could see like a garter snake pulling that off, but not like a python. you know?
John,
I don't know how big
people
he is.
can fit thick things down their throat. Don't worry.
Oh,
about
trust me, I've done my research. I know. I'm just saying.
Oh.
But a bigger snake wouldn't have the precision, is what I'm worried about.
it. Like eat your tongue on accident.
Right. Like I'm sure a python could find its way down, Theobroke's throat, but
I just want to know if you think lesser restoration will work.
I say we try the snake idea first.
Yeah, I like that.
it will
Can I-
make way better fan art. so-
I can try just shocking
For
them.
our listeners.
Yeah.
Shock him? Shock his throat?
No, the leeches.
Okay.
Says the guy who you've never seen do anything other than swing a sword.
Yeah. Wait. What? You know how to use shock?
I know a little bit of magic.
Oh.
Well, why have you never made use of your magic before now?
I'm still learning.
There's only one way to learn. It's to
This seems like great time to gain confidence in your magic ability, huh? It involves sticking your hand in my throat.
No, I just have to be able to see it.
Oh,
I can try and shock it.
oh. Oh, jeez. Well,
I should go with this plan.
how
Ooh.
powerful your shock? I be able to heal if you fail?
I have a thing.
What's up?
I can create a servant that can possibly reach down and get it.
Okay.
I love all these plans.
Oh, okay. So I wanna, since I still have a little bit of time to talk to them.
What difference is a servant than a person?
The servant is shapeless, so I can literally have him
Oh.
reach. Like you wouldn't even feel it. It would just be like.
It can lift things, right? Like,
I believe so.
okay.
Scorn has died in the time it's taken us to make these plans.
Hang on. So, I'm hoping I have a little bit of time left to speak with them because I know they only have 10 minutes of that.
Yeah, you
I
got a
just
little bit
wanna
left.
Say to them, like, listen, you little bastards. My friends are my friends are coming up with plans to kill you. I was trying to offer you a peaceful way out, but you're going to die if you don't just get out of there.
Okay. The irritation intensifies, and you're finding it a little bit difficult to
Okay,
breathe.
Well, now I'm gonna kill them regardless. I have to like explode myself somehow. These things are going down with me. Okay, that's it. Shock them. I say shock them.
All right.
Let's see how this works.
Okay, hang on. I want to be leaning forward so they don't go down my throat. So you need to lay on the ground so that you can see up into lightning. Oh wow! You whip. Oh god! You whip a line.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's actually awesome.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
No, you were.
He's
Jesus, that is terrifying.
That is, oh my
Oh,
god.
God,
Oh
okay.
my god, this is beautiful.
it's like a guy shooting a penny with a gun.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
So,
do it.
at a creature you can see, forcing it to make a strength save. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna roll a strength save for a throat leech.
For a fucking throat. Oh my
say?
I mean, it's a respectable effort, but I'm gonna say an 8 does not save.
So you
So that's one.
pull out a
Rip at least.
Gets zapped too on the way out.
Yeah, so basically you go ahead and describe how you use lightning lure to from your friend's throat.
Shoot a thing of lightning down his throat, and this thing flies out and gets shocked.
Okay. So yeah, you watch as this like bluish like strand of lightning reaches in and yanks back out. You see this little black thing come flying out at the end of it. And before it even gets a chance to like reach the ground, it's all but disintegrated.
See your friend die from attack. You will die too if you don't get out. Is it?
Gnawing.
God, what an asshole. Alright.
He has the same opinion as you now. Take you down with
Yeah,
it.
really? He's like, well, I'm fucked either way.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I definitely was just gonna kill him even if he came out peacefully.
This is the most terrifying thing that's ever happened to
like-
Scorn.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm like, that is the most horrific thing. Can you imagine? I mean,
Yeah.
God. How would that feel? Oh, God. So, yeah, Scorn is clearly shaken. Like, he is, like, visibly shaking at this point. But he looks at Thorvin and he's like, can you do this one more time?
I'll do that again.
I thank you so much, my friend.
Not a problem.
Opens nice and wide, just waits it out. He's like clenching, a nearby tree or whatever. Just he thought it would be easier this time, but like knowing what's about to happen is just making it that much worse.
Okay. So, yeah, you assume the position once again. And, with Thorv lying on his back, aiming up into your... into the back of your throat.
He's like, I'm not good at magic. Okay, get in a really awkward position.
God.
Alright, so... takes his time, lines up the shot. And again, this like bluish strand of lightning just whoosh, whips out, and you can feel like a tingling, almost like pins and needles kind of sensation in the back of your throat as it's there for just a moment before whipping back out with the other leech that again kind of disintegrates before it even gets a chance to reach the ground.
Okay.
They're all better.
Yes, all better.
Just trying to avoid those. This doesn't look very fun.
Definitely won't have lasting effect on me. I'm fine now. God, that's crazy. I just, oh God, I'm still just visualizing the feeling of having something ripped out of your throat with a lightning string.
Yeah.
God, that's
By
so
a guy,
awful.
by a guy who just told you, I'm new at this. I don't really know
It's like going in for brain
Andy's like-
surgery. I'm new here.
But on top of that, you've had a hostile conversation with like your tumor. Like you're actually like, the disease wants to kill you. That's oh God. Oh, okay. Wow. I don't even know what to say after all that. Might be the craziest shit I've done on D&D.
That was good. Alright, I think that's it for the night. I don't think we can take more.
Oh, we definitely can.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
Can I inspect his mouth again to make sure he's not like bleeding out now? And
It
stuff?
Yeah,
Cauterized
make a
this
medicine
wound.
check.
What'd you say, Eric?
Cauterized it.
Make a medicine check.
Ooh.
I mean, the area is more inflamed than it was. But you gather that might be more due to spiteful leeches than anything else.
and lightning.
Yeah, the leeches were pretty angry at you.
He has slightly higher blood pressure.
Yeah.
It's okay. I go drink some water and I walk towards the river. No, just kidding, of course. I
Eric,
don't even feel comfortable drinking regular, safe water at this point.
You only drink pop for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's gotta be prepackaged.
would the lesser restoration work with throat leeches?
Hard to say.
But I got a natural 20, and that's why I'm asking.
Let's see here. I think.
Do you want me to link it?
No, I get it. All right. You are fairly confident that while this isn't necessarily a disease in the traditional sense, lesser restoration would probably be able to remedy this.
Okay.
Do you tell me that? This is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, well, the next time could probably just use lesser restoration, but yeah. So I guess that's one way, though.
Well, it was good practice for me.
Yep. I suppose if I can live through this, I feel like I can handle many other trying situations. So
Yeah, you have nothing to fear now.
plus, how often you get to talk to Throat Leech, good times.
Not really.
No, I learned this thing about it called sarcasm. I use it sometimes. Like this time. You know sarcasm?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
We go.
God.
And so you continue on for the rest of the day, eventually reaching a point where you can make camp about half a day out from Camp Vengeance.
Oh, perfect. Let's talk about
Okay.
it.
Yeah, we need a plan.
Does my throat hurt?
It's like you were in the middle of having like a strep throat kind of situation, but then the symptoms immediately, well, not the cause immediately went away. So it's still a little raw. But even with normal talking and eventually, eating like an evening meal kind of situation, it's consistently improving.
Okay. So let's talk about plan for Camp Vengeance before we go in.
I say we go in, give him the thing, the map, and just grab our guide and walk out.
Okay. Well, this is desired. Sorry, Cyrene, you speak.
Anyone that doesn't need to go in shouldn't go in, because then they might, force more people to stay.
Well, if he tries, I plan on killing him.
Yeah, but still, it's...
Might as well put him in the grave and put somebody halfway decent in charge. But if he doesn't provoke us, then I don't think we should.
I kind of don't want to be wanted for murder.
It's not murder, it's more, the jungle killed him.
Survival of fittest.
Well, I mean, they're living in puddles of water. All it takes is one insect bite, or a snake bite.
Or throat leech.
As I say that, my serpent appears around my neck. Like, kind of draped over my neck. We'll see. But just know that I have a plan B, and if he irritates me too much...
Tell us your plan B so we know what to expect.
Well...
Or you want to keep suspenseful for podcast?
Send it over the PM.
No, my plan B is, and I kind of point at Stratos. He is a poisonous snake,
I see.
and we've already encountered one. So, if he happens to bite the captain, then well,
It's
So be it.
stretched. Yes. Now, what if they do not, or he does not let Azaka go?
Plan B, and I point at the snake.
So maybe it's best if all of us there, because if things go hostile, we need all of us there together to be strong.
Who is the best at convincing people?
Not me.
Not me.
I have a +5.
Oh.
What?
When you say a +5? What does that mean, Fib?
Yes, what you talking about? Why you be so meta? None of us be meta ever.
Figures none of you would know what this means, of course. Sometimes I can get people to do what I want them to.
All of us can do that sometimes.
Well, I can do it more often than you.
It's not that hard to do.
I say we let Fib have her chance.
Okay, Fib speaks then.
What am I convincing someone of?
We're just going to go in, hand him the map, get whatever he's offering as payment, and take our guide and go. If he tries anything else, then, well, plan B.
Hopefully that little dragon fairy's still hanging around there too.
Do
Oh,
we
yes.
have
Torture.
any kind of like poison or anything?
I point at my snake.
Yes, I realize this. Other than a snake.
I mean, what kind of poison do you need? We could just get poison from the snake, and you can use it.
A poison that could kill someone.
Well, here, do you want to test the snake?
What? On whom?
I can have it bite you. We'll see if you die.
There's been enough death. Oh man, I gotta remove the elk skin boots from my inventory. Alright, fine. I'm trying to think of a way to kill him in camp around everyone so that I can still get out.
The snake appears around the draped over your neck.
Is it invisible?
No, but it just appeared around your neck. And then about 3 seconds later, it disappears and appears back around my neck.
Alright, Fib's fine with that.
And then you just see Lucius standing there like, with the expression of like, what? Come on.
Does the snake kill as it bites, or does it just injure?
I honestly don't know. I know it's a poisonous snake, so...
We could just find something to test it on. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff out here.
Size of creature probably has effect. Poison kill mouse or small lizard easy, but maybe not human or dwarf.
Is there signs of like, I don't know, maybe like a monkey or something? We're in the jungle.
Well, if somebody wants to look for some sort of wildlife, you could make a survival check.
Can I just do a
Are you-
nature check to see how much I know about snake venom? By the way?
Yeah, like, Stratos is 100% gonna agree to whatever.
You're forgetting that we always choose the difficult option. So...
That's true, yeah, I should know.
Can I telepathically communicate with Stratos and kind of try to figure that out, or would Stratos not know?
I don't know that Stratos would necessarily know, but I would take that nature check from Scorn. Okay. So I think what Scorn would know about the normal flying snake is basically the bite of the average flying snake is probably potent enough to outright kill like 3 average men.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Perfect. Alright, what other 2 guys do we want to kill?
That's not how that
Are
works.
they all sharing the bite?
That's not how that
Yeah.
works.
We got like rollover kills.
Yeah.
You just get overkill on him. Get more XP.
Well, he's
Okay.
dwarf blood strong against poison.
Alright, so how about I go in and get what we need, and after I leave, you get in there and do the damn thing.
Or I could just go in with you and leave Stratos to his own whims.
We don't want ourselves associated with the creature.
Of course not. He wouldn't even see Stratos.
Wait, we are forgetting something. This dwarf, complete asshole. He does not respect.
Why are we killing
Not
the dwarf?
Not
He
the
does.
dwarf.
He's just. I thought the leader was a dwarf.
No, don't kill the dwarf.
Oh,
The leader's the
What
human.
you have against the dwarf?
okay, whatever. Human is asshole. I forget. They always look short to me. This human leader, this guy, he hates non-humans. He hates unusual races like me and Fibble and Stick Shadowcrow.
And me.
Yes, that was close. Good job.
And
He hates all of you.
me.
Yes.
Yeah.
He hates anything he does not think of as normal. So, Fibblestick might not be best one to talk to.
That's a fair point.
Dang it. Oh well, I guess he's gonna talk to me again.
Who do we know that is normal?
Just Thor.
Just me.
Just
Dwarf is a
Thor.
dwarf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's
Mhm.
okay. And
It's considered normal in this
Lucius, you
world.
can disguise yourself.
Lucius, try this. You know.
Yeah.
Lucius can change. I can change myself too, but he may see through this. We just need Thor just say, "Here's map. We take Osaka." Simple as this. Right?
Yeah. Maybe Thor.
You
My
should
son.
have some money for us too.
Yeah.
Alright, well,
Let's all just go.
Ugh,
yes.
We're sleeping first.
Well, I know. I'm just-
Why?
Yes, lay down and get some sleep. you crazy.
Who's been hurt?
Well, I used a second one as well. So.
Don't be a baby.
I mean, I thought we were just making camp because
Yeah, we are.
It's nighttime.
Yeah.
This was our discussion.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So
so,
we
yeah.
don't take exhaustion.
right. Too.
Fine, if you guys need it.
Oh, if I have to hear about your elven meditation one more time, I will just deal with it because it's actually not there.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Alright, I start playing my pan flute.
Oh, I join in.
He does much
I
better.
play my pamphlet.
It's
I'm a bard.
I still don't think you're good at pamphlet.
why?
Wow.
You just
I don't think you're good at healing.
Okay. I
Ooh.
won't heal you then.
You what?
I won't heal you then.
Alright, I won't do anything for you.
Oh boy.
Alright, I hope you have fun dying when you don't have my bardic inspiration.
when I'm not playing my instruments. For...
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Lucius goes to sleep in the corner.
I go to sleep too.
Okay. Yeah. So the usual, you know. Watches are kept, what have you, but the night passes uneventfully, and you all wake up with the benefits of a long rest.
Hooray!
Yeah, I don't have to change anything on my sheet.
Woohoo.
Mhm.
Right, and so you wake up to another day of heavy rain. The temperature's gone down a bit, but the rain is now coming down in buckets. Like, visibility is impaired. There's just so much rain pouring down.
I'm definitely having fun.
So let's see. I mean, you guys really aren't that far out. So let's just make sure you don't get horrendously lost or anything. Okay. So you
Are we leaving Ice and the other two guys somewhere though? Or are they coming with us?
Everybody's
They-
coming.
Okay.
yeah, I mean, like, none of them actually know what they're getting themselves into, so they kind of look at you like, should we come?
No. But you're welcome to come.
Maybe at best you don't, though. They don't seem particularly trustful, especially of non-common race.
Well,
And dragon bait far from common.
yeah, but we have a human.
Yes,
Isn't he
but
human?
this human is on the run. I don't think you want too many people seeing who you are, especially ones who might take advantage of information they know, or just be ignorant about sharing information about him.
A fair point. Alright.
All right, so I guess Artist, Dragonbait, and Ice will kind of find a spot to hide out just outside of the view of the camp.
Blue boy, you stay with them.
Okay, the medium-sized blue bird just kind of looks at Scorn, goes,
Very
turns, and walks over to Artis and kind of just like bonks his arm. Okay. All right. So, yeah, you spend your half day or so on the road, and eventually you do make it back to the Riverside Camp Vengeance. And so, splitting from those of the party who are hanging back, you all make your approach through the kind of almost marshy surrounding territory. Lots of pools of standing water and like stumps of trees that have just been cleared out to provide some visibility in the general vicinity. And as you get closer to the walls of the camp, you can see that it looks like there are some fresh bodies that have been added to the pikes and ropes. Most of them scorched, but still situated up top. You see, Becca's just like reclining in her gaming chair, looking at me. It's weird. But you see situated up there one of the members of the Order of the Gauntlet. And kill the random foot soldier.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. But yeah, so how's this going down? I mean, as you guys make your way toward the camp, and there's this, rank and file soldier staring you down. I think he'll kind of call out, say, "Stop! Do I know you?"
We were here not long ago.
Names?
Thor, Firebeard? Do you have somebody else from my clan here?
Ah, the savage. Very well.
See, I should have killed him.
The wooden gate swings open, and you see once again this kind of mess of a camp. Kind of this ramshackle grouping of tents and like lean-to type structures. And you walk in, and to your left, you see the same torn up goat pen with 3 scrawny, sad-looking goats just standing around, trying to scrounge for whatever bits of greenery they can find. And as you all file in, the gate kind of cuts through the sludgy, muddy ground, deepening this groove that is kind of carved in there. You look around and you see not a whole lot of movement. You hear from the tents on either side of the command tent the moans and whimpers of the injured and infirm soldiers kind of relegated to those spots. And
Do they sound like they've multiplied since we were last year?
well, it certainly doesn't sound like they've decreased.
Okay.
Which, I mean, if they're dying, might not necessarily be a good thing or a bad thing. It's hard to say. But, yeah. So here you are. And I guess, are you just going to head straight for Commander Breakbone's tent?
I would like to try to find a Zaka right away. I don't think I want to go in and talk to the guy or even be in there. I just want to look for a Zaka and make sure she's out.
I'm gonna cast message and just kind of in the general area to Azaka. See if I can find her.
You gotta point
Okay.
at her.
Well, yeah, I mean, but if I don't get anything, I could adjust it and do it again.
Oh, is,
You're just pinging in different directions?
Basically, yeah.
Do you have copper wire though?
I have a bracelet of copper.
does that qualify as a short piece?
I mean, I can bend a piece out on it. It doesn't use it anyway. It's just I need it for it.
There's one little section that's just sticking out, so you can.
Yeah, basically that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I imagine you like talking into it, like
Yeah,
or-
it's
or-
it's
not
basically
or-
yeah, it's like a
You know, like put it up to
wrist
your
mic.
mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen movies.
Hmm. Not Beethoven too, though.
No, of course not.
All right. So let's see. You are all kind of looking around, and yeah, between Lucius just sort of pinging everywhere and Scorn kind of actively searching out Azaka, you eventually find her in one of the infirmary tents, tending to mostly sick individuals best she can, trying to administer salves and just whatever things she's been able to sort of concoct from the limited resources that they have around the camp. But yeah, so as you walk in, you see her kind of in the process of applying some sort of medicinal salve to one of the worse off looking soldiers. And she sees you and says, "Oh, you have returned?"
Yes. We want to bring you away from this place if you desire. I assume you
She kind of like gestures over to a couple of the other still capable members of the Order of the Gauntlet that are about. Says, perhaps we can talk later.
I'm gonna cast message to her and say, I believe there's a regime change coming.
Oh, damn.
And I'll just toss her a wink. And I'll turn and head out.
Okay.
I stay in there with her, just kind of awkwardly standing in a corner, just waiting for Lucius to return.
I'll ask if I can help her.
All right. Yeah, and she kind of knowing what you're capable of, and you know, having at least a little supply of her own stuff sort of accrued throughout the last few days. She kind of sets you to work, you know, just routine medical stuff, changing bandages when possible, and that sort of thing. Okay, so Lucius is apparently heading over to Breakbone.
Well, I
I'll
just...
with him.
I head out, and then I will message Thor when I get out and say, well, are you ready to do this?
Now that he has to leave out of character.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna go talk with Captain Firebeard. Why don't you guys go and handle this meeting?
Alright.
Good luck.
Alright, so it's me and Fib.
Yep.
Love it when a plan falls apart.
Alright,
Uh-huh.
well, on our way over there, I'll look to Fib and say, do you have a way out if all goes haywire?
Hey, do you have... Shadowkai was published in a book, right? Does someone have that book?
I don't think it was in a book. I think it was just UA.
Okay. I thought I saw it somewhere. And it
Or
would get
wait.
me.
It might have been a book. Would they have been?
Wayfinder's
they come
Guide
out
to
in-
Eberron?
Hmm?
Would it have been in the Wayfinder's Guide to Eberron?
I don't think it was. It's not really an Eberron thing. I think it was in like one of the newer ones with monsters.
In
Oh, it
it's
might
not
have
in
come out with.
Xanathar's, that
It
is
might have been in
No.
Mordenkainen's, or Mordenkainen's, I think it is. Hold on. Let me see.
Because I remember seeing something. The one that I have says I can teleport 15 feet, but I think I saw something else that said 30.
Oh, yeah, it's-
That would make more sense, because that'd be like a free Misty Step.
Yeah, like 15 feet is cool, but
30
Doesn't
feet's
matter
much
a
better.
lot.
Okay. It
it's
is
not in
30.
photos.
It's in Telepho's. So let me see if I can share this or something. Weird. It doesn't look like I. Well, hold on. No, this is kind of weird.
Do I need 2 of those?
yeah.
No, you're
Fine.
good.
All right. I can screenshot this at least.
Okay.
I
And
mean,
can
as
just
long
edit
as-
it.
Yeah. As long as we're all in agreement with it, it's cool anyway.
Yeah, I mean it's just a good thing to have though.
Yeah.
Oh no, Amazon still has the sale. D&D books. It's bad.
So is what?
Sale on the D&D books.
Oh.
They're like 20 to 30.
Yep.
That's bad.
You don't need money in your bank account.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Therefore, I can buy it. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when you asked Pip that, I have a way of getting out to you.
Yep, I do. So. Alright, well, I guess we are the perfect ones to go and talk to him. And I will pull out the map, like the little map drawing I have,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll say, you want to present it to him, or do you think I should?
Or I think he would take it better if you did.
The thing is, I have to concentrate on our friend here. And I point at the snake.
Alright, hand it over then.
So I'll give her the map piece, and I'm going to send Stratos to the box dimension. But,
Okay.
you know, basically away.
Yep.
So,
All right. And so the two of you head into Breakbone's tent.
yes.
All right. And yeah, you walk in, and you see he and Captain Firebeard are kind of busy at a table looking at what they have so far as a map goes. Kind of theorizing about potential ways to shore up the defenses, and I think the commander notices first when the two of you walk in. Says, "Ugh, gods, I'll never get over, especially that one." So,
Which one? Which one does he point to?
definitely Fib.
Yes, it's a pleasure to see you two. So pleasant, your faces. Anyway, and I I hand him this is Breakbone.
Mm-hmm.
I hand him the map and I say, alright, we did what you wanted, now give us our person and give us our gold.
I'll say, General Firebeard, or Captain Firebeard, I believe Thorv wanted to have a word with you. He's just outside. Or he might be in medical. But he definitely wanted to... He was looking for you.
All right. Make a general charisma check.
Okay. Oof.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he. Well, I suppose it must be important. He heads out past the two of you, having rolled a 2.
Oh, all right. And I will point him in the right direction of where Thorv was.
Okay. All right.
So.
And so, as he takes his leave, Breakbone takes your map and looks it over.
Is it all mud, like wet mud in here?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's there have been clumps of straw and other assorted things kind of placed down to keep it as water-free as possible.
Is there like a big pile of straw?
Not like a big pile. I mean, it's just kind of stamped down to even.
There is
things
no
out.
source that I can see of the straw.
Not really, no.
Damn. Are there gaps underneath the tent?
They're not firmly staked down all the way along the edge of the tent. Something could easily slip under one tent wall or something, if that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have Stratos appear kind of underneath one of the tents, where the tent's just kind of sitting.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of slither out and just kind of poke his head out and wait. I'm gonna have him remain hidden until this guy gives us what we want, but...
Okay.
Just-
You have access to a character sheet for Stratos, right?
I don't believe I do.
You don't. Okay, then let me open up a sheet. Alright, so I'm going to have Stratos make a stealth check. Okay. Alright, that's pretty solid.
Alright, cool.
Hell just happened. Hold on.
Stratos broke the game.
Kinda, yeah. No, that's fine. Okay. So yeah, you you know that Stratos is in position, ready to strike if need be.
Okay.
Yeah, and so he takes the map, looks at it, says, more of the same, eh?
Yep.
Strange that you wouldn't find any source of these blasted undead. Could have sworn there was some sort of, I don't know, epicenter to the waves of them that have been assaulting us from across the river, but
Yeah, I guess you were wrong.
You know, I did say the same thing as well.
his eyes kind of narrows, he just stares at Fib.
She crosses her arms. So our
Alright.
person?
You mean the what's the term that you people use? Native?
Yes, that's the one.
It's so hard for him to say native.
It is a very difficult word to remember, I understand. But yes.
He says, she has proven quite useful. Loath as I am to say it. But I suppose you have done your part in service to the Order. Though I hope you realize that this does not mean the end of your conscription. You will be on call.
Well, isn't that wonderful?
And he kind of like raises his voice and calls out to, well, he just calls out, Salhana! You hear wet footfalls outside as his other direct report, Captain Salhana, comes in from presumably one of the medical tents.
Now, she was the
And,
nice one, right?
I mean, realistically, both of the captains were pretty nice. He's just kind of the shitbag.
Right, I'm just saying, she was like the one that we were talking to in the medical bay before.
Yes.
Okay.
She comes in and says, Sir? Inform the native that she is free to go for now, but her conscription remains intact, and should we require her services, she will be expected to return, as will the lot of these creatures. She kind of like looks at the two of you, and again, it's just that look of, gosh, I'm so embarrassed right now. But she says, yes, sir, and salutes, trudges back out of the tent. And yeah, anybody who's still over that way, you know, working in the infirmary, kind of sees this whole conversation go down as the order is passed down, and Azaka is granted her freedom, as conditional and just generally shitty as the situation is.
My last question is, does he have a desk or a table in there?
Yeah, he's basically at a pretty sizable table right now. Kind of comparing now the large map that he has on it to the updates, so to speak, that he's getting from yours.
Does the large map have any details shown that I don't? Like,
Let's see.
because I'm gonna, like, while he's glancing at it, I'm gonna really be trying to take a peek at it.
Okay. Let's
How
see.
does he
if
think
there's-
he's gonna find us to conscript us again?
Don't ask.
Oh, maybe do that.
Also, why does he think we're going to cooperate in the future?
Because he's gonna steal another one of our things.
Oh,
Not if we're ready for it this time. I mean, we're not coming back here, so.
we might.
I don't have any plans to return. I might get
If
So-
I cast hideous laughter on someone, do they know?
Yes, very much
It
so.
doesn't say that they know. It just says they think everything is funny.
I mean, like, there is a verbal and somatic component to it, though.
Yeah, and you have to
Pretty
wave a tiny
obvious.
feather in the air.
What if I just tickle him? Then he won't know that
I'm sure he
it's a
wouldn't suspect
spell.
anything.
Yeah, definitely not.
I tickle everyone. I'll tickle.
Yeah,
It's totally on character.
yeah.
That's what Viv does.
Oh, look, we're learning things.
You're learning things.
Viv, did I forget to mention that? Viv always has a feather and she's always tickling people.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
that was being revealed, but
Well,
Yeah, that too.
what I say is still relevant.
yeah, you're right,
Tickle.
it works both ways. Oh, look, there's an actual lake down there.
Is it right next to Shark Boy Kill Big?
No.
Remember how good Shark Boy Kill Big is?
No, I'm reminded every time I start scrolling around.
With the with the big fuck off sword and his shield Shelob.
His perfectly square shield.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, you do glean a little bit about the surroundings based on the large map on the table,
All right.
and yeah, were you gonna say something?
Does this
Yeah.
guy,
Oh, go ahead, Laura.
does this guy look wise?
We
Make
know
an insight check.
at disadvantage, please, because
Why?
it's pretty obvious.
Fuck.
You can be wise and an asshole.
Yeah. Well, what the? I don't know if you meant of course he is or of course he isn't. He hasn't displayed wisdom, just assholery.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
What if I think really hard and I do another? Oh, never mind.
You hurt your
You're just like,
brain.
I hate him, I hate him, I hate him, I hate him, I hate him.
Yeah.
His very existence is so infuriating. It's hard to get a read on him.
Yeah.
Alright.
Did you have a plan that you were gonna do?
I'm gonna look over at Fib and just kind of give a nod, and I'll say, well, like I'll kind of nod towards Fib, and I'll just say, well, it was a pleasure working for you, sir, and I'll just turn and walk out, and I'll have, while I'm kind of squishing my way out, I'll have Stratos squirm under the table and get ready to bite him.
Alright, I give him the cold shoulder and roll my eyes as turn him and
As soon as we leave, we're going to get about probably 10 or 15 feet away, and then Stratos is going to strike and go the opposite direction. Then I'm
Okay.
just going to have Stratos slither under the tent and take flight and fly off.
All right. So yeah, you leave the tent. Nobody else has been really warned that this is happening at this very moment, so nobody else really has any attempt at preparation.
We'd probably be waiting right outside, or like outside somewhere, since Azaka's already been informed that she's good to go.
Did you say attempted assassination?
Who? What?
Eric.
No, I didn't. I didn't actually say the word assassination even.
What? How did I hear it then? Well, alright.
You said at this moment? Like, I don't...
Alright.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But anyway,
Okay,
yeah,
let
let's-
me tell you what my awesome plan would be. I wanted to do hideous laughter on him, and then I wasn't gonna kill him. I was just gonna blind him. And then he'd have to go through life blind, because
so you were gonna
he's
like
so
cut his eyes out.
yeah.
Okay.
Because like if you hate seeing us so much, I guess
Right.
you won't have to.
Yeah, then
Alright,
he has
so-
to treat everyone
so-
like this.
I'm gonna post a
Uh-oh.
screenshot of something in
Oh
chat.
no,
Oh boy.
scared.
Oh, the Shadow Kai. Interesting.
A nat one.
Oh,
Double nat one. Ooh.
He had advantage
wow.
because he was hidden.
Oh, nice. Well, you know that can't be traced back to us, so
What was your
it's
plan?
fine.
Well, basically it was attack, bite, and then get the fuck out and run.
Oh man. Oh, he's not gonna die. I can't cross
So-
a name off my list.
I know.
Fuck.
So you hear this like cry of surprise as back inside the tent, a flying snake attempts to bite Commander Breakbone, but instead just kind of glances off of his boot, and I mean, I guess there's combat going on that doesn't really involve you guys yet.
That's fair.
So, I mean, if you guys want to react at all, you can certainly do that. But
What? Let me see if this is. Oh no, where'd my thing go? I thought I had. Oh, I should have given. I should have given a bardic inspiration to your snake.
I can't hear you in chat.
I will be surprised because I am.
Oh, okay, that's fair. So yeah, you hear that, and then so specifically, I guess this is a good question. Is Stratos supposed to leave even if he doesn't actually land a hit? Or...
No. So the whole thing was Stratos was going to be kind of curled up by a leg, and as the captain
Right.
paced by, he's going to strike out and attack.
Right.
And so I guess it's just, even though the captain sees him now, he's still going to try to strike. And if he lands a hit, he's just going to take off.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, in that case, then the captain is at least going to get a shot at like attacking back. Let me roll a couple of things here. Okay. So All right, so the snake tries to bite the captain, and it can't hit. And then the captain has probably the least opportune weapon at his disposal for attacking a snake. He tries to stab it with his rapier. And that doesn't go so well.
Okay.
And
Nice
so
sucks.
then Stratos gets to attack again.
Please hit.
Die
Let's
so
see.
badly.
Okay. You hear a shout from inside the tent. Like, ah!
Alright, Stratos is getting the fuck out of there.
Okay.
I am looking through Stratos' eyes and just kind of grabbing onto Fib as we're walking.
I'm like leading you around.
Basically.
Well, and we would go.
Is
I
Fib
think
okay with that? I feel like Fib.
Fib, Fib, her enemy is dying. Fib leaves. Yeah, Fib leaves Lucius, and we go to where the medical crap, where everyone was.
Please say she's leading him by like the scruff of his neck. Like,
No, I'm like, I've just
no,
kind of...
because she doesn't want people to know that he can't
right,
see.
right.
So it's kind of like doing it like as casually as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like maybe by just the elbow or something.
Yeah, like I got my elbow kind of extended and she's just kind of pulling me around, I guess.
Right.
Okay.
I can still feel everything, I just can't see or hear.
Yeah. And so Stratos like bolts under the back wall of the tent.
And just
Yeah.
slithers. I want him to... No flying, just slithering.
Okay.
Clever.
All right. Yeah. And so then you all kind of regroup as I think a lot of the camp now is kind of up in arms and running toward the commander's tent. So what are you guys doing in the midst of this chaos?
Like, let's power walk out of here.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna walk over, rejoin the group.
You're just cutting out.
Oh, sorry. I said I'll walk over and rejoin the group. Just kind of blend in.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use a pass without trace. Get us out of. Since
Okay,
everyone's
so-
kind of distracted, I'm hoping we can just kind of go to the nearest gate
And there's
and be
nothing
chill about
left
it.
for us
Yeah.
here.
And I will have you know that 3 different individuals had chances to spot you, but the highest any of them could roll was a 10.
Oh.
Oh boy.
So, as almost the whole camp kind of converges on the command tent to see what the hell just happened in there, the party slips out unnoticed.
Did Stratos slip out? Because as soon as he's like in a spot where nobody can see him, he's back in the pocket dimension.
Yeah, that's easily done.
I love Stratos.
Yes. So.
Yeah, we meet up with Ice and the boys.
Ice and the boys.
Every time people say ice, I just think ice.
Ice what?
Like ice, baby.
Oh.
Like I expect to hear it a second time.
See, I was hoping that other Tabaxi's name was going to be Fire. I'm like, oh, Fire, nice. Alright, but yeah, we meet up with them, right?
Okay.
Yeah, let's get the heck out of here.
Yeah, we get the HE double hockey sticks in there.
All right.
And sneakily for an hour, I guess.
Yeah. We should get as far away from here as possible with that sneak.
Yeah.
The sneak spell.
Yeah, well, I got it. Sure.
Okay.
And that's perfect because it doesn't even leave tracks, so if they suspect us, they don't even know which way we went.
All right.
Oh, we should have made sure people knew that, like, she was released. I think only Breakbone said, okay, fine.
Well, no,
I
he
guess-
said it to the captain. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sahana knew.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
So that's what, yeah,
So-
we were already waiting for you guys to finish your conversation, so it's
Yep.
like, okay, boom, they're there, let's go.
And it's known that we hate that place, so they shouldn't be suspicious of us when we got out quick.
Right.
And that guy was
Okay.
gonna die from leeches anyway, so.
Yeah, they were kind of screwed.
So, where are you guys headed now? Like, what direction would you depart?
Mabala!
Oh, we should go to Camp Righteous and get that thing.
Or we can go to Camp Righteous.
What was that Camp Righteous?
There was the artifact.
Right, yeah, we should do that.
No, you want to do that now? But why not
Good.
go to Umbala and then
Because we want the artifact.
go? Alright.
Yeah, the artifact sounds cool.
And we're going past Mabala.
I could just accidentally lead us the wrong way.
I mean, you could.
You really could.
But I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm mapping it though, so it'd be a real dick move. It'd make me have to redo all my shit.
Yeah, you mess up his map.
Sporn believes that the pack survives while the lone wolf dies. So, you know, just agree with everyone else for now.
Okay.
That is also kind of Fib's fault, I think.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
back
good.
again.
Once again.
Sweet.
Oh,
Welcome.
nice meeting.
We have
What?
left the camp.
Yeah, things
Oh.
went bad and then they went really good.
I did not know you were getting back on.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I didn't either.
I didn't know either.
Oh,
Nice.
surprise for everyone.
What a
Mhm.
twist ending to
Believe it or not, you not being there actually helped our cause.
Yeah,
That's good.
Very much so.
I'm sure he really appreciates being told that you were completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
No, he was completely necessary not being with us
It's
at that
true.
meeting.
It's
My
true.
absence was absence
you
was
for-
necessary.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you for not impeding us.
Well,
Well,
no, 'cause
thank you
here's
for the
thing. Here's the thing.
circumstance.
Yeah, because Thor
he
got
got the
used
guy,
as
you
the excuse to send Captain Firebeard out of the tent.
Yes.
So
Okay,
yeah,
that's
it
good.
all worked out.
See, that
But,
works out well.
Yeah. So you guys have departed, apparently heading back toward Camp Righteous to check out whatever this artifact might be.
Yeah.
And
there were some important things that happened there. That we
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably
Him
fill
off.
them in.
Yeah.
yeah,
In fact, you gotta fill all of us in.
it's true. So in character, the two of you who were actually there for
Oh.
the meat and potatoes, what do you guys tell the rest of the group?
Well, once we get all grouped up, because we were all talking about this and start heading out, I'll just, all of a sudden you'll just see me just kind of snap my fingers. Stratos appears curled around my shoulders. And I look over to Fib and I say, that was a hell of a plan B, wasn't it?
Okay.
Fib pulls out a piece of parchment from her bag and
Oh,
just
nice.
real quick scratches something out and then puts it back in her bag.
Well,
What could that be?
I'll look at the rest and say, well, we have Azaka.
Do we
I
get
don't-
any gold?
No, but I don't think we're going to have to deal with an asshole anymore, so we may actually be able to help the people there. Should you guys desire to do that.
Maybe they survive now, but for now, we leave.
Yeah, obviously. I don't want to hang around there. Plan B.
We took care of Breakbone.
The less you know, the better.
I think
I
they
didn't
should
realize.
know.
Did you just make that?
What?
No, I did that a while ago.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know you actually made a physical list. Yeah, I mean, and then we dipped with a pass without trace, so they have no idea where we went. So, and now we want to go to Camp Righteous.
Yep.
Anyways, that guy is most likely dead.
Yeah. Especially without you and Scorn. He's got no chance.
Right.
They might have a healer there.
Yeah, I don't think they have one magical.
Wasn't there someone kind of overseeing the infirmary?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But I don't know how much he actually knows. Or he, I don't even remember.
That was
Yes,
the
there's no-
captain, wasn't it? Captain.
Yeah,
the-
yeah, it was
Oh,
a
the,
she.
like,
That was Captain
nice, yeah.
Salhana.
Yeah. But she wasn't necessarily, I don't think she was magical, she just
No,
was...
I don't think she was. She was just in charge. 'Cause-
Yeah. Everybody else died. So,
If we end up back there, we will find out.
yes.
All right. So, on the road or on the river again, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, I think by the end of the day, you're like just able to get across the Sochin Star again. So, let's say you guys ultimately end up like right there.
Okay.
I mean, realistically, we can cross whenever we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless if you guys wanted to head north, you could do that.
Nah, let's put the river between us and them.
Okay.
It's a good idea.
All right. So you do that, and the rest of the day goes as uneventful as it can when, kind of feeling like you're on the run. But yeah, you are not attacked or confronted, anything of that sort. And so,
Everything
oh,
scary.
hey, different.
Mhm.
He
Oh,
accidentally
nothing.
moved the thing.
Yeah, I forgot. There's 2 layers of text there, which is dumb.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys make camp for the evening, and yeah, get your long rest in. And in the morning, I think Ice kind of approaches the group and says, I am concerned about Bag of Nails.
Ooh. Oh, you mean Fire Kitty?
Yeah, his name is Fire Kitty.
Is this normal for somebody of your race to do? And not be able to? I mean, he took a pretty hard fall from a dragon.
Is he immortal?
Yeah, is this is this a local issue, or is this kind of a thing you guys do for fun?
Well,
Kill
aside from all of
themselves?
the terrible jokes that the Northerners make about us having, how many lives is it?
16.
Yeah, 16.
Sure.
Oh, I heard it 4. Really?
It went up to last year.
I see.
The new joke.
It got squared last year.
Yes.
Yes, it did.
New year, new squares.
It was our New Year's resolution to make the joke higher.
I see.
Everything is bigger this year.
Yes. Bigger is better.
That's what I always say.
So I fall behind on recent trends living out.
Just let him say what he's going to say.
Yeah, he's like giving you that really uncomfortable stare, like, are you done?
I was go on and tell us about your friend's suicidal things.
Sorry, sometimes we rant.
He says,
You asked us the question, though, to be fair.
did he though?
No.
He said it.
how many lives do you guys joke that we
Oh,
have?
okay.
That was a whatchamacallit.
Rhetorical
No, a
question.
question!
Yeah, it was like an implication of the question, but
Yeah.
still, it was plenty.
So anyway, he says, I fear he is doing something foolish, but, well, one is not supposed to seek whatever death one can find. One must do it properly, and, well, he is like family to me. I would go after him and ensure that he finds the end he seeks.
You're gonna kill your friend?
No,
How would you do it properly?
we Tabaxi are a society of hunters. We find powerful, noble creatures and pit ourselves against them. It would not do for Bag of Nails to be devoured by some river crocodile somewhere. He deserves better. I will help him.
Would you like our help, or are you gonna leave our group for now to go find him?
Seems you have a guide once again. Perhaps I will find you again, but for now, I should leave.
Okay. Good luck.
I'll give him 5 rations.
He takes them and like bows to the entire group. Says, thank you all. You have been good friends and allies. I will remember this. If we meet again, I will do what I can to help you.
Thank you also for your help.
Yes. Very good guy. Thank you.
He takes one more deep bow before scrambling up into a tree, and you see him begin like leaping from treetop to treetop as quickly as he can, trying to catch up with his friend.
We should have asked him to teach us how to climb that fast, huh?
I think his claws help with it.
Oh yes, I look down at my lack of claws.
I will turn towards Azaka and I'll say, well, what did you find out or discover about the camp while we were off creating what I hope the other two realize is a fairly fake map?
Well, I think more than half of it was right.
Yeah, but I have no idea what's in that little corner of the map.
For all we know, there actually is a lake.
Well, there could be, but I also did snag some information from them, and I'll pull out the map and show what I have uncovered.
Yeah, and Azaka says, "It does not get any better as you spend more time there. Yeah, fools."
Well, when you have a leader that foolish, nothing can get done. Hopefully now something will get done.
She sighs and, "You are right. We'll all die."
Why will we all die?
Said they will all die.
Oh, they will all die.
I also heard we, and I was
I
like,
did
what
too.
the?
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Like, what do we do to her?
Yeah. And I think after that, just kind of short, curt answer, she just kind of takes the lead, steps up next to Scorn, and says, "So, back to the statue."
Yes. Let's.
Right. And so you head out into another rainy day, but not as heavy. It's scaled back a good bit. And let's see how this whole navigation thing works out. Alright, so yeah, you spend the day following the river, more or less, trying to at least keep a little bit of cover between yourselves and the river bank, so that in case you're being followed, something won't immediately see you. But yeah, the day goes by uneventfully. You guys are having some pretty good luck as encounters go.
Thank you.
Because we did such a good murder.
Yeah,
As our
you know.
reward.
We like Sam Fisher plan B'd it.
Was that plan B? I feel like that was plan A.
Yeah, what was planned?
It kind of felt like Plan A.
I mean, plan A was not murder him if he seemed like he had
What?
any sort of an idea of what was going on.
Oh,
And-
that was not Fib's plan.
Plan B was kill him if he was still an idiot. So,
Yeah, you should have
What?
told Fib that
I think
your plan A if you wanted that accomplished.
eh.
Fib wasn't leaving there without him.
It worked out.
So, the cycle continues. Sleep, wake up. The rain
My life is
subsides.
breakfast.
The rain
Yeah,
subsides, giving way to a mist. And you continue on. Up, down, down the river.
Down.
That one.
I swear we'll stop covering rivers never. So,
And that day goes by uneventfully. You wake up, and the mist is heavier.
it-
Wait, that's fine.
Like, very heavy. Like, 15-foot visibility.
oof.
Oops.
I I keep a sharp eye out.
I keep
Okay.
a soft eye out. I don't want to
keep a
hurt
blunt
anyone.
eye
I
out.
don't think Fib has soft eyes.
You're right.
And so you continue on along the river. And let's see. I'd like everybody to make a perception check. Okay. So, yeah, you are kind of slowly making your way along the river so as not to fall fall prey to any of the wildlife that lives in it. And about halfway through the day, we have another instance of Thorv walking down a riverbed and stumbling. Except this time he doesn't get stuck in the mud. He like trips over something. And
Is it
kind of
a
like
corpse?
he like face plants into what feels like a weird, almost jagged kind of rock. And as he does so, you, Thorv, feel the rock that you've kind of accidentally slumped against begin to rotate a little bit. And you hear this kind of like low side of it just.
It's a zombie.
Crap.
Zombie.
Something moving.
And let's see, make sure the map is all set so that we can do things.
I attack.
No.
You attack. Okay. We just got to make sure that we get the NPCs in here.
All of them.
We got a dragon bait. We got an artist. We've got an Azaka.
Ooh, Azaka's actually
Did
gonna
she go
help.
fight?
She might.
She gained stats.
She had to looking in that camp.
Yeah, she had nothing to do, so she rolled herself a character sheet.
She had to fight for her breakfast.
Well, hey, she had enough time. She had a couple weeks. RL and otherwise.
Okay. Get you guys situated in a way that kind of makes sense here. We'll get to combat soon, promise. Okay. So, navigators would be in front.
I'm hanging by Artis.
I'd
Okay.
probably be right behind the navigators.
Okay. So, yeah. Somewhat reasonable. Close quarters. Okay. So it's kind of a cluster, but you know, it is what it is. So here's what we're looking at. It's a giant snapping turtle.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, I want to keep it.
I can't wait till I can turn into that.
All right.
It's cute.
Probably
So-
go like level 30, but yeah.
Got some initiative for everybody. It roll.
Add 2 to mine.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What? Why is the initiative tracker not open?
I see a turn
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
it worked.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
It just didn't like auto open for me, which is weird. But yeah. So we're adding 2 to yours.
Yes, because instead
So-
of using my dex, I can
Yeah.
use my wisdom. Or intelligence, I mean.
Trying to remember what you had.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
Okay.
actually doesn't. Oh,
It puts me to 18, so it does put me above Artis.
mine-
Yep.
I'm weird.
All right.
Why I'm weird.
Indeed. Other thing. Combat.
Reading your
Music.
system warranty or something.
Okay. So Azaka gets to do a thing.
Yay.
I'm happy for her.
I'm scared because like we've seen the other two being competent in combat, but we haven't seen her, so I don't know.
Okay. So let's see. She is going to turn, and she is able to see the thing, luckily. Despite the heavy fog and whatnot. So she's gonna pull out her longbow and use it to make 2 attacks. A 1, which, what is the AC? It's
like-
high, but it's not that high. Both of them hit. And yeah, she manages to like kind of thread the needle and hit like right around the point where the limbs are kind of protruding from the turtle's shell. All right, Lucius.
So I can see the turtle, right?
Yeah, if you're within 15 feet, which basically you can see the turtle.
All right, so you're gonna see me kind of rub my hands together and point a finger out. Whereas normally it's going to be black, you're actually going to see what looks like a bolt of lightning come out. So I'm going to change
Okay.
it to lightning damage, and I'm casting Witch Bolt.
Okay, 14 does not hit.
It does not. Okay. Seeing that, I'm going to take 1, and I'm actually going to go like 2 steps, but I can't go off map. I just want to
Okay,
go and let Dinosaur Boy go.
Okay,
I can't think of his name.
dragon bait.
Dragonbait. Yeah, let him go first.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that's it.
Okay, so then Artis is up, and yeah, he turns around. He's like, "Oh shit!"
He cussed.
He did. And then I think he is going to do a thing. Let me make sure this thing does what I think the thing does.
Not the thing.
Ah!
He is gonna do a thing.
Okay, so almost instinctively, he turns around and you see this like blast of whitish blue energy just burst out of his hand toward the turtle. And a good chunk of the river, as well as the area that the turtle is occupying, just freezes over and begins to grow spikes made of ice.
Sweet.
And yeah, the turtle is like being pushed up, but it isn't currently taking any damage from the spikes. Like they're growing up into it, right?
They're sharp though, right?
Oh yes, they are.
All right.
And if I can draw a thing in. If we can go like, let me get all this other shit out of my way. All right. Like. But like there-ish. Okay. Then the turtle goes. And so the turtle is going to kind of finish turning around. And it sees Thorv there having just kind of tripped and fallen. And I guess it's going to attack him. So that is a bite attack. For, let's see, that's a 19 to hit.
It's a tie.
Okay, so it hits. Okay.
How does my shield spell work?
Oh, you can
so-
do that.
Yeah, you use it as a reaction.
I think I want to use that.
And it raises your AC by 2, I believe.
It's 5.
5.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it
Okay.
just doesn't hit.
Okay, so this like big beak-like jaw of the snapping turtle opens up, and it's about to clamp down on you. And again, kind of just reacting split second, we see Thor just kind of like wave his hand, and as the turtle chomps down on him, it just can't seem to pierce him for whatever reason. It's like he's just magically reinforced. Okay. That was pretty clutch.
Yeah.
Fib, what are you doing?
Okay, ouch. I'm gonna do.
Wisdom save. How wise is the turtle?
It's a 13 is DC.
This turtle is 17 wise at the moment.
Are you
I feel like your spells never work.
sure? I know.
The worst.
Ugh. Okay, well, he still takes half damage.
Okay.
So, 5 damage. Yay! I love this turn that I did 5 damage.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna give Thord a Bardic Inspiration.
Cool. All right.
That's-
Scorn.
Alright, I'm going to use Wild Shape.
Hmm. Okay.
And I'm going to turn into a dire wolf.
Okay.
So, I don't remember if it, do I need to bring out the dire wolf? token?
I think you can pull it out.
How do I do
So you got your little folder
that? Oh,
of
Jesus.
stuff.
There it is. Okay.
That can't be the right size.
What just scared
When it first appeared, it was like half the screen.
you? It's a big
Oh.
puppy.
It's not that big.
Big
Well,
boy.
hold on though. Because it's a large beast, so actually it is
Yeah.
like, hold on.
It is half the
It's like
screen.
that size.
Yeah.
You're a big boy.
How does that work if I don't have room, technically?
We'll say it's like squeeze rules at this point.
Okay.
You could do what Colin did and just forget.
Okay.
Oh, wait, Cortana. What the hell?
Alright, and then I'm going to do a bite. And I have...
Okay, so yeah, if we're doing squeeze rules, it's disadvantage.
So it'd be evened out because of pack tactics.
Correct.
Alright. Oh shoot.
Boy.
Yeah, there we
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
That is the second double nat 1 of the night.
Wait,
Oof.
what? Where did
Why
you
did it?
roll
Why did it
It's-
just go to you?
It's just whispered.
Because it's based on an NPC character sheet, so just that we can change that.
Yeah.
John,
You
why
have
are
to
you
change
trying to be
all
so
of them.
Sneaky?
I don't want to be sneaky.
I
You
don't
wanna
think
hide things from your teammates.
it's not that he has to go through and change every single one of them.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain. But anyway, yeah. So I think we're good there. Although, yeah. So you snap at it and miss. Okay.
You're unfamiliar with the morph, you can't completely control it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Also,
Uh,
there is like a human in the picture with me. What is with that?
They just assume someone's riding the dire wolf.
No, there's someone trying to kill me. It looks like,
Oh,
or I'm trying to kill them. I don't know. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
yeah.
Weird.
They assume you're trying to kill someone.
I
Yeah.
guess so.
Imagine that.
I guess yeah. So fair enough.
Okay.
Not like
so,
ghosts.
Thorv, you are on the ground. You were for a second there in the jaws of a, but it has kind of recoiled and is getting ready to attack again.
Just stab with my sword.
Okay, you want to stand up?
Oh, yeah, I probably want to stand up first. Then
Okay.
stab it with the sword.
All right.
You do have the bardic inspiration.
It's a thing.
Sure.
Okay.
How does that work?
How?
Roll a D8.
What size die is
No,
it?
that's a D6, I think.
Laura?
It's a 6.
Okay, damn.
Wait, let me check.
Your
Let me double check.
Because at some point you level up and it changes.
It's
so.
a D8 at 5th, a D10 at
At
10th.
fifth, Okay.
Yeah, so it's a
Okay.
D6, so he got 6. So
a
21.
21 to hit.
I
That's
don't
gonna
know
hit.
why I said it like that.
And we're like, so what is it? This.
a D6!
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so you stab it, and I mean it's still standing, but you stabbed it.
Okay, then I'm gonna use my action surge and hit it again.
Okay,
Did my die help you? I couldn't see the roll.
it did.
It did.
Yay!
Turned a miss into a hit.
Good.
But ain't nothing gonna help that 7 that
Nothing
he
can
just
help
rolled.
No.
Alright, then I'll step back away from it.
Okay, so then it's going to take an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Giant snapping turtle bite. That is only a 10.
That won't hit normally.
Okay. Cool. Dragon bait is going to do dragon bait things.
So, I will say I was there. Because I was one back, but...
Oh yeah, okay. All right. So, the smell of violets bursts forth from Dragonbait as he charges through, like kind of squeezing between Cyrene and Thorv, taking the big ass sword off of his back, and he begins to attack the turtle. That is 1 hit, 2 hits, only 2 hits. Still not bad. All right, and he like slashes into the thing, kind of carving into the front legs to a point where the thing is it's looking, shall we say, bloodied.
Ooh.
Cyrene, what are you doing?
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
Oh. Well, it looks so nice. I don't want to hurt it.
It does look pretty cute, yeah.
So rude. Aaron wouldn't hurt it.
I know.
It looks like his nose is melting. Oh wait, he's facing the camera. That's what.
Oh my god, wait, what? What did you think?
I thought he was looking to the left. I thought, can I draw on this?
Oh wow, actually I kind of I'm forming a face.
Right?
Okay.
You looked
Interesting.
Really messed up.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess I'll do this.
Oof. Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, that hits.
Oof.
That's a big hit.
Well, I mixed it up. I said oof.
Oofy
It's attack.
boofy.
There you go.
Good thing.
Way to make
Alright.
it your own.
So I guess Zaka's gonna take you up on that advantage. And
Can she like scoop?
like, do you mind, Azaka? a little bit of space here.
Wait, why?
So I cannot be.
I guess
squished.
she'll like be there, so she's still got like a straight line.
Drama queen.
There's one hit.
Why would she not
and
be able to hit just because she's behind you?
longbow attack number 1 hits,
Because I
and
was squished.
number 2 also hits.
I had
So, yeah, you guys are
disadvantage.
Chipping away. Hey, it's all good. All right. So this thing's looking pretty rough already. Lucius.
Well, seeing that didn't work, I'm gonna do the same motion and point my finger and instead shoot a bright blue ice wave of Witch Bolt. Shit!
Okay, just poof, off the shell.
I can't do anything. That'll end my turn.
All right. Artis, having kind of gathered himself this time and not just chucking spells all willy-nilly, I guess he is going to take out his longbow, do longbow things. Oh, that's a crit. And yet he rolled absolute garbage for damage, so thing's still alive. So he's gonna take another shot, which misses, and a third shot, which misses. Okay.
At least he tried.
Which gives the
Not
turtle
good
another
enough.
chance. And so, like, this whole time, the ice spikes have been growing up and, like, digging a little bit here and there into the turtle. They continue forming and growing, and as the snapping turtle, like, leans in to try and take a bite out of the dire wolf that's now engaged in close quarters combat with it, it just, like, lets out this... And you see this, like, gout of dark, almost black blood just kind of puke up out of its mouth, and it just collapses.
Aw. Poor thing.
Wait, the turtle died already?
Yeah.
Right.
We
Do
did
you
it,
guys see what I was meaning about its face?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I figured out.
Like
mean,
the
that's the-
left eye was his.
Yeah, that's the first thing I saw. I had to look, like, glancing at it. It looked like that
Wait,
when you
you-
actually look
what did
at
you
it.
say? His left eye was what?
His nose. John didn't see it. I'll have to show
I
you.
was seeing his right eye
So-
as his left eye, and that he was looking off to his right.
Yes. So like, this is his nose, and his mouth is still the same.
Oh,
But
God.
this is like a weird hump in his head.
Oh. Okay. I thought that you saw him. You would get rid of that. Okay. I thought you were saying this little tiny thing was his nose. This was his other. Oops, I messed up. That's his other eye. That his mouth was just this, and then you were just kind of ignoring all of this.
Oh no.
And that. So, I don't know.
That's not what I saw at all.
I saw it the correct way the first time. So,
Well,
I don't know.
fancy for you.
Yeah, it was so fancy.
Yeah, whatever.
But I'm on my belly now, or I'm on my back.
What? I wish you. Wow. Why aren't you on your back?
No, a puppy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about John Kerry, the human.
No, just a miniature.
All right. So you managed to fight off the ferocious giant snapping turtle.
Yay! Do we level up?
Yes.
Do you though?
Do
it
we?
was,
Did
it was a dragon turtle, wasn't it?
We
If
did the assassination.
XP? Yeah.
Yeah, that guy had to be worth a lot.
So let's see. All together, since hate to break it to you, but I think we are at the end of the session.
Crap.
You guys. Let's see.
Right now, my
Everybody-
experience points, it says 915 plus $10. Does anyone else have $10 experience points? I don't know.
Wait, what does it say?
I have 915 plus $10. And I don't know. I assume it was some goof we made at the end of the night, but I don't remember it.
I don't know. I don't remember that either.
But,
I think maybe you just did a typo.
no, it seems really intentional. That's a crazy typo. It's like 915 space plus space $10. Like,
Well, maybe you got $10 worth of
yeah,
experience.
maybe I planned on bribing Eric. I don't know.
You have
Yeah.
$10
Pay to win D&D.
to spend
Yeah.
on experience.
Hey, I could do pay to win D&D.
You cheapskate.
In this campaign, I totally would.
All right, so everybody from today's session gets a whopping 87.5 XP.
Yay!
Something.
That's something.
87.5.
Yeah,
Do you really want to?
we can say 88.
Okay.
Yay!
Good job, Becca.
Nice.
Now I have 10,000 experience.
Sure you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! I leveled up then.
Dang it. You still have less money experience.
I have $10.
Dang it. $10 worth of experience or just $10?
$10 and $20 worth of experience.
Dang.
All right.
Ow. Do you guys hear it when I smack my mic on accident?
Yes.
Like this?
I didn't hear that. Oh,
Yeah.
That we heard.
I keep trying not to, but I hit it on accident.
Are you hitting it with your hand, like, because you're doing?
Yeah, cause I like go to like get my hair out of my face or something,
Oh.
or itch my eye.
Ow.
How? How do I itch
No,
my eye?
No, ow.
Why?
Just rub your nail against your eye. That sounds. Guys, look, Scorn is hiding on an island over there.
Yeah, Scorn's hiding in a tree and the direwolf's just there.
Yeah. His wild shape has actually just been him summoning animals and hiding.
Mm-hmm. he secretly knows Dimension Door, and he's just Dimension Dooring animals from a different plane,
Yeah.
and then hiding himself.
It's a very unnecessarily complicated
Mm-hmm.
process. He's looking for that big plot twist payoff at the end.
Yep.
Alright, so we're stopping there though?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's where we'll leave it off for tonight. Looks like you guys will probably maybe make it back to Camp Righteous next time.
Yeah, hopefully.
Eric, did we do good? Did we do good this week?
I think you did all right.
Yay!